Swift like the summer elk.
That's right. We are going to
Thanks
go
for doing this.
as fast as possible. So, hi, my name is Karl Alex Pauls. I'm a proud member of the environmental movement and a pro-nuclear activist with the Seattle Friends of Fission. We're founded by Brian and Paula King after they resigned from 350 Seattle. So I'll thank all of you out there who worked on the cutting edge of nuclear, applaud the efforts of Generation Atomic, Environmental Progress, really everyone out there who's done work here, but unfortunately they're a drop in the bucket. Based on my experience as an environmental activist, I want to clearly say that environmentalism is not the problem, but that's fanaticism. It's not helpful, but it's true. Deeply committed activists are both rare and the lifeblood of any political movement. Fanatics are defined by their obsession, and they invariably believe that they know the way. They're the great white knight whose mission is to crush the devil, and to the stereotypical environmentalist, we're the devil. Unfortunately, fanaticism cannot be reasoned with, it has to be bowed to in some way. So it's no surprise that often the leadership of mainstream environmental orgs are filled by extremists and opportunists who have become the unwitting tools of the fossil fuel industry. But I have good news for you. Most environmental activists are driven not by intolerance, but by the love for all of humanity. I've seen a growing understanding of the foolishness of resisting nuclear power within the environmental community. They're trapped in this powerful movement that has ambitious goals, but no hope of getting there. And I know from firsthand experience that there are far many more of these people out there than you might think. It's only through our organized presence and participation in the environmental movement that there can be any hope of moving environmentalism in the right direction. And that's where ecomodernism comes in. Right now, ecomodernism is a philosophy. I want to talk to you about making it into a movement and how we can do that. We need to make a broadly based coalition. Its premise will be the defense of sound science, and so it will be the first and only 21st century pro-nuclear, pro-GMO, environmental activist organization in the United States. So we're creating those groups in Seattle and South Florida. And we hope this will be a template for the formation of additional chapters. We need to make this presence known on university campuses. Of course, this means Ecomodernist radio, low power FM, cable access channels. We need this to be based on science and evidence-based organization. We can't be a top-down leadership that dictates policy to the members. Instead of preaching to the choir, we'll be collaborative. Our aim is not to divide the environmental movement, but rather multiply its numbers with the incorporation of existing scientific communities presently resisting the appeal to nature fallacy. We're doing this not only as a means to amplify support of nuclear power, but because these sciences that are presently under attack are also indispensable to human survival. So even if we didn't need to define nuclear energy, the Ecomodernist Societies would have a place to exist. As Chris said, we're at a crossroads. The time for inaction is long gone. It's imperative that real ecomodernists have a presence on the ground to serve as lifeline to bring out of the closet the supporters who have been put off and alienated by mainstream environmentalism. The groups that want to draw down nuclear energy in the time of a climate crisis. So we need to stand shoulder to shoulder with these existing groups and cast off this stereotype of being the devils. Instead, we're the tip of the climate action. These are the Dissolution activists, and bringing over even one of them is more crucial than convincing 1,000 non-activists. The simple reason is that actions speak louder than words. The answer lies with you. We need volunteers to help us, and you can do that from right at home, but first and foremost, we need boots on the ground. If you are interested in starting a chapter, please contact us. If you can't commit your time, then donations every month could go a long way. And regular donations are especially important because environmental NGOs compete for talent like any other business. And I've been too close to those amenable to our position being forced to work for groups like the Sierra Club. So if you'd like to contribute in any way, here's our email address, and I hope we can fit some questions in. Thank you.
Thank you. I'll take Actually, one quick question.
What is the most effective way for you to get your message out versus like other groups in that same field?
You've got to embed these groups, pay attention to what they're doing. You have to be there when they stand in front of the Seattle City Council and demand to audit your local nuclear power plant. You have to be there speaking to the same city council, countering their message. You can't just do this independently. You both support the motions that they go through to fight fossil fuels, and you speak up when they say no nuclear.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.